What it do, people? You know what it is, and you know what it sounds like. NBA, picking with Pop, right here on Pop of his TV. Let's go. Yeah, pretty fire. Winner, chicken dinner, money long again. Those who do it daily, one-on-one populism. Cooper, Gray, got the fire bash lit up. Hit the bad line in the air, throwing signals. Winner, chicken dinner, money long again. Those who do it daily, one-on-one populism. Cooper, Gray, got the fire bash lit up. Hit the bad lines in the air, throwing signals. 1,000 on the table, 100,000 in the bank account. um, Trying to get rich. Who else in the building trying to break the house? What it do, people? Welcome back to another edition of NBA Picking with Pop. I am your host, Popovich. Yeah, kid, that feeling back up in here. One more again. Happy Friday, guys. Pardon the voice. Sound like I've been screaming and yelling my head off. Got a little hoarse voice going on. But happy Friday. The weekend is here. Energy is up. Feeling blessed and highly favored, as you should. As we proceed to give you what you need and continue on with the playoffs, don't talk to me about playoffs. I just hope that we can win a game and then another game. Two NBA games today, but before we do that, I know what we're about to do. We're about to get a quick recap of yesterday's games. Quick recap. Yesterday, two games on the slate. We went 1-1. Um, we had the Detroit Pistons beating the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland rocks. Cleveland rocks. And we had the Los Angeles Lakers losing to the OKC Thunder Buddies, as Jay would say, OKC Thunder. And they lost again by the spread. Before I talk about the Detroit Piston game, let's talk about the LA game. Because a lot of talk is surrounding the whistle calling or the lack thereof for the Lakers, but more so for OKC, right? And what have we always said and been saying on this channel? Right. Sports is scripted and rigged. You can believe what you want. Red pill, blue pill, right? And without going too crazy with it, basically, like MJ is considered one of the best players in the world, the GOAT, right? And he got all the calls. You couldn't breathe on Mike. You couldn't. He get the push off on Russell, Brian Russell, whatever his name was. He hit the shot, stood there. You know, basically, Superman don't need no calls, but he gonna get them. You hear things like, "Oh, you're a rookie. You ain't gonna get that call." But if it's a foul and he did something he shouldn't have done, then I should get the call, whether I'm a rookie or a 10-year vet. You hear them say, yeah, when you're not a super, when you was a superstar, but now you stay past your prime, certain calls you're not going to get. So they're already kind of molding and shaping and telling you that certain players get the benefit of the doubt or the calls, and some don't, right? And so I always, and this is how you know also that the players is down with it or they got to sign NDAs or whatever it is that these entertainment and sports businesses do to the players. In case you're like, well, why the players ain't never say nothing? Why you think they ain't say nothing? And why, like, if you know you was getting cheated, I always say, like, damn, I wonder what they would do if a player just lay on the floor, not get up, like, because he know he's being cheated. And it's like, yo, y'all calling some bullshit. I'm not getting up. Call security. Better call a big ass security because the football players and the basketball players is big niggas, right? So it's like the regular security ain't gonna remove them. And we ain't starting the game. Like if all the teams, like how LeBron and them came to the coaches last night, Austin Rivers and all that, you know, they like, yo, what's up? Because y'all not giving us the calls. You hear Donovan Mitchell like, yo, we go to the rack more than them, but they been to the line more than us.
This shit is all scripted and rigged. Now, with that being said, Lakers ain't got a chance in hell unless the league want to see them make it a series. Even when Luka Doncic walked through that door, they not beating OKC. And the reason why they're probably not going to beat OKC is because we, the public, the league, also want to see Spurs and OKC. That's why Denver's out of here. That's why a broken team, even though Denver don't play no defense, that's why Minnesota was able to overcome Denver, because Denver could beat the Spurs. And that's why Spurs are going to probably get Minnesota up out of here. 6 games, they out of here. Then it's going to be the Spurs and OKC because Victor Wembanyama cashed that check. And we're going to see if he can back it up. And anyway, Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, them niggas went 0 for 11 in the fourth quarter. Not just them, but the whole team as a whole. And this been the MO of James Harden. Unfortunately, James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, and Embiid, I seen this stat today on ESPN. All of them have not won in the playoff. I think it's like most series or something like that. Can't get over the hump. We know Embiid been hurt. Everything from the bone fractures to the eyeball to the knee to the back. Everything else. Donovan, Shaq told him, you ain't the guy. Kareem Akbar, you are the true leader of the CNB, and you're not the guy. And he ain't like, they're going to put some numbers up, win some games, but when it comes to win or go home, playoffs, they go home. I think Detroit wins that series. Anyway, my record now, as it stands, I know I went off, but my record now is 30-26 overall. And as far as the locks, not from Yonkers, we 20-18, 2 games above 500. With that being said, first game of the night, my New York Knicks out on the road at the Philadelphia 76ers. New York Knicks getting 3.5. No OG Anunoby, Joel Embiid. I think he's gonna play with them, giving them 3.5. And they may kind of want us to jump out the window. The Knicks not that good on the road. But I got the Knicks winning tonight. And if they don't win, I see the game being like game 2, closely contested, and the 3 points in my back pocket, Jay. I'll take the 3 points. I'm not a homer, right? Although y'all know that because I have Boston going to the finals, not the Knicks. I think the Knicks is the better team. I think the scheme that they're using, you know, up and down, fast pace, move the ball around. The ball got energy, especially when Joel Embiid is on the floor. That's why you hear some analysts that has played the game. I'm trash. Sprinkle some dirt on me. I'm super trash in basketball, right? You hear a lot of analysts and the aficionados saying that Philadelphia 76ers look a little better when Joel Embiid off the floor because the rhythm is a little more fluent. They can get up and down, they can switch, etc. I just think the Knicks is better. I don't think the Knicks are gonna sweep them, but I think they get tonight. They get tonight the series. They gotta come out and win tonight. I know, and OG ain't gonna play. That's another reason why I love the Knicks. Although he is the pocket knife, swift army knife, utility player for them that does it all. They can win without him tonight. I'm on the Knicks. Next game up. We got the San Antonio Spurs out on the road at the Minnesota Timberwolves. San Antonio giving 5.5. Ant-Man is questionable tonight. When you look at RotoWire, which I'm about to do again, just to get a quicker because the Knick game about to start. And it looked like Joel Embiid gonna play tonight. Anunoby is out. And Ant-Man is questionable. He's in the lineup and at the bottom. We know he's been coming off the bench in the series. And the sumo is Hill. I got the Spurs winning tonight. I got them covering the spread. I think they're the better team. I think they're a deeper team, especially with Minnesota taking some blows, to their starting lineup. They're not fully healthy. The game of the playoffs is attrition, who's available, who's not. good luck, bad luck, however you view it. I don't think they got the horses to do it. I'm on the Spurs covering the spread. That's who I like, and that's who I'm taking in this game. With that being said, let's get to the theme music.
Yeah, free fire. Winner, chicken dinner, money long clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one populism. Coupon gray, got the fire bash lit out. Hit the bad line in the air, throwing signals. Winner, chicken dinner, money long clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one populism. Coupon gray, got the fire bash lit out. Hit the bad lines in the air, throwing signals.
All right, guys. Here go the locks. Not from Yonkers, but the locks to get you and me the winner chicken dinners. We going with the New York Knicks. I think the Knicks gonna win money line. I like the Knicks. I'm gonna take the 3.5 though, and I like the Spurs to win. I think the Spurs going to come in there and take home court back. I think Minnesota will win the fourth game. I think Minnesota wins game 3 tonight. That's who I like. That's who I'm taking. You can let me know who you like. You can let me know who you taking. All I ask is that you hit the like button so I can stay in your algorithm. But y'all know who it is. It's your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in. NBA picking with Pop right here on Popovich TV. Of course, we are live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up and here one more again. Yeah, kid. Let's get some money on this Friday. Excuse the voice. Ah.